Hello, everyone, and welcome to About Town. I'm Cathy Whiteman. Thanks for joining us for a look at works by Irving's most promising young visual artists at the Irving ISD Senior Portfolio show. And we'll track down some tasty treats at Irving's Nothing Bundt Cakes. We'll also bring you details on the new Irving Youth Theatre and their production of Aladdin Jr. and the Irving Black Arts Council's Authors Café. And in Feature Flix, Susan has a review of Fast 10. Author and screenwriter Charles Yu's award-winning book Interior Chinatown was the Irving Public Library selection for the 2023 NEA Big Read. The author visited Irving to talk about his book and the new series based on the book in development for Hulu. Free books, photo ops, and a chance to meet National Book Award winner Charles Yu.
That's inspiring to hear, because I think there are so many shared experiences between,
We're part of the closing event for the NEA Big Read 2023.
The NEA Big Read is a program of the National Endowment for the Arts in association with Arts Midwest, and we definitely thank them so much for their generous support.
The Irving Public Library welcomed Yu and his Irving fans for a Q&A that brought the author's perspective to this year's community read, Interior Chinatown.
Interior Chinatown is a book about Willis Wu, who is basically a background character in someone else's story. And specifically, he's a background character in a police procedural show that's a lot like, say, Law and Order or CSI.
And since life imitates art, the book has been adapted for television.
I'm getting to make a show for Hulu that has, not a small budget, I would say. And so it's an incredible, it's like actually quite daunting, but it's also a very, it's an opportunity I literally could not have imagined just a few years ago.
The book was 7 years in the making and explores themes of family, ambition, and what it means to be Asian American.
Even within that, there's an incredible diversity of experience. It encompasses dozens of different countries of origin, dozens of religions, of other cultural sort of, backgrounds, ethnicities, and so it is a label that exists for all kinds of reasons, political, historical, but it's also that, within that there can be such a wealth of different stories and experiences, down to the individual.
Yu hopes that readers who identify with Willis Wu will embrace that individuality fully and authentically.
I'd want the Willises of the world to not limit their own dreams.
If you don't have a copy of Interior Chinatown, check it out at any Irving Public Library branch. Irving husband and wife Shaun and Sadie Smith opened their Nothing Bundt Cakes franchise in 2018 to a warm community welcome. And after 5 years, the business of baking couldn't be sweeter.
You probably know the name, and some of you may already know their flavors. But how did Nothing Bundt Cakes come to be?
I started in Las Vegas by two women in their kitchen who just, had a passion for baking and bringing joy. And they opened up their first store in 1997 and then slowly started franchising out.
The franchise made its way to Irving in 2018 and has become a popular staple since then.
That's great. It's a great community, great people. Everyone, loves us. We're always a fan favorite for any occasion.
If I walk into a place and I don't have cake, they're like, "Why are the Bundt ladies here? Why don't you have cake?"
That response might be due to the store's variety of delectable flavors, which include chocolate chip, red velvet, white chocolate raspberry, and many more baked fresh daily cakes.
Every day we have our bakers come in early, and that's one of our big things. It's not like we have cake shipped here. Everything is made in-house, and a lot of people think, they walk in and like, "Oh, you have a couple of employees." Well, not really. We have about 15 to 20 employees. Everything happens in the back of the house. So we have our signature buttercream cheese frosting on all of our cakes, and I think that's what makes it amazing.
The frosting is amazing, and I got a chance to learn how to add it to the Buntlets.
I saw she did it
Just
so
like
well.
that.
Woo!
Yep.
All right.
Hey, way to go.
That is harder than it looks.
Right, yeah.
Cakes are offered in multiple sizes that range from the Buntinis by the dozen to the large 10-inch Bundt. They also make a great gift for any occasion.
What's really cool about Nothing Bundt Cakes is we have retail all around our store, so you can literally take one of these mugs, just put a Bundtlet on top, and there's your gift and you're done. So it's like a one-stop shop.
If you prefer to stay home and have your cakes come to you, Nothing Bundt Cakes will also deliver.
We are on Uber Eats and DoorDash, so you can just open up the app and click on your favorite cake item and you get it delivered to you in about 20 to 30 minutes.
Whether you're ordering for a celebration or just treating yourself, Nothing Bundt Cakes is excited to be serving handcrafted desserts to the community.
Nothing Bundt Cakes is located at 6450 North MacArthur Boulevard, Suite 130. Order online or call 469-802-9460. A new community outreach initiative gives young performers a chance to step into the spotlight. Michael and Lisa Hill are here to fill us in on the new Irving Youth Theatre. Thanks so much for being here today, guys.
Thank you for the opportunity. Yeah.
Pretty excited about this Irving Youth Theatre. I think it's such an important thing that you guys are doing. And you both can answer this question, but I'll start with you, Michael. Why did you decide to bring it around? How did it come about?
We've both been in education for many years, and we love theater. We have a little bit of a theater background, and we just thought this is a time when we really need to have an opportunity for kids to be able to get on stage, express themselves, and act. And Irving doesn't really have anything like that for kids.
Yeah, that's true. There was a long time ago.
Yes.
And of course, I've been here about forever, so I remember it. But having that opportunity for kids is so important, and I'm glad you mentioned that you guys are both educators. So kids will be performing shows, but they'll also be learning.
For sure, and this is a new education outreach for entertainment series of Irving, so we're very excited to have that opportunity to have kids not only get to watch shows, but to be in the show and perform the show. So.
That is just excellent, and I'm thrilled about it. So you guys have already been in rehearsal and have actually done a public performance too of the show. So what are you doing?
We are doing Aladdin Jr.
And we've been rehearsing at a couple different locations in the area, and pulling the choreography together and sets, and parents have been helping paint things, and it's a team effort, and it's all volunteers. No one's paid, so it's just a neat opportunity for the kids.
This is a true labor of love with the emphasis on the love part, right?
For sure, we know that it helps them, even if that's not their career choice, it helps them in every possible career. So it's something we feel like is very beneficial for all the kids of Irving.
Yeah, absolutely, and to learn how to work collaboratively at a young age can only be a great foundation for anything that you do afterwards. So bravo to you guys about this. Why do you think now is a good time to be bringing this around?
We've both been to a lot of shows in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. There's a lot of neat things going on. And we just thought Irving deserves an opportunity to have, kids perform it as well on stage. Not just their school performances, but outside of that, and collaborate, like you said, with other kids from the community.
That's great. And so this is Aladdin Jr., but are we looking forward to new things coming afterwards?
We're so excited about what's
coming
next.
We have a long list of shows that kids want to present, so yeah.
That's great. Well, I'm glad you're kicking it off with Aladdin Jr. It's absolutely one of my favorite shows, and I know the community will look forward to being there and supporting in this great effort. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do not miss Aladdin Jr. It's going to be June 8th and 9th at 7 p.m. in the Dupree Theater, and you can call now for tickets at 972-252-ARTS. The Fast and Furious franchise never seems to run out of gas, pumping out one box office hit after another. The saga continues with Fast 10. Susan, how did this sequel compare to the rest?
Unfortunately, Cathy, this was one of the worst Fast and Furious films. I think we all expect these movies to be silly, and they've always been self-aware of how ridiculous they can be with their impossible stunts. But sadly, Fast 10 just proves that the franchise is running out of gas. In this sequel, Dom and his friends are targeted by a vengeful son of the drug kingpin played by Jason Momoa. His evil plan causes the group to be divided in different countries. Don't even bother trying to understand how everyone ends up across the world. But of course, it's up to Dom to take down the new villain and bring his family together again. These movies have always been a guilty pleasure, but I'm not sure if I can say there was much pleasure this time around.
So how about we all just start shooting each other? Time to end this. Let's dig some graves.
The saving grace of Fast 10 is Momoa as Dante. He might be the franchise's best villain yet. He is always captivating in any role he plays, but you can really tell he's having a blast as this suave, jokester sociopath. He's clearly thrilled he landed this character and paycheck. Dante is demented and hilarious, and the only reason to watch this film. All the original cast members are pretty much phoning it in, and new additions like Brie Larson and Alan Ritchson are good, but hard to take seriously with their characters' corny writing. Fast 10 pushes the boundaries of how far their over-the-top storylines and action can go. These movies should go back to the basics of films 1 through 5 and stay more focused. Also, enough with the dramatic, all-about-family conversations. Even with outlandish plots and stunts, the dialogue can at least be realistic. Fast 10 does end on a cliffhanger, setting up for what is supposed to be the franchise's final film. If that's the case, what they have put in place could make for a better second half of this story, and hopefully a respectable goodbye.
Fast 10 opens May 19th. Check for showtimes at one of Irving's excellent local theaters. The Irving Black Arts Council presents African American authors and novelists with a new event. Barbara Carter and Michael Moore join us with details on the Authors Café. Great to see you guys.
Thanks for having us. Good to see you. Thanks.
Great to see you on the other side of the camera, Michael.
For a change.
Yes, absolutely. So in the interest of full disclosure, Michael Moore is one of our esteemed and beloved freelance photogs and editors.
Oh, beloved, I love that.
Yeah, it's good, right?
Yeah, that's nice.
It could be the title of a book. Okay, never mind. So Barbara, you guys have put together a really interesting way to bring authors and readers get together. Tell us about the Authors Cafe.
Okay, it's going to be a unique event where authors are going to be able to come and kind of present their story however they want to in a format that's going to be kind of open for them, but we're going to have isolated tables. So it's going to be 10 authors, bloggers, etc. that again are going to be able to come and express their story or tell what got them in this field in their own unique way. Yeah. So yes, I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, we're excited too, and because we were together, I think, with Lanita and Michael heard about it, and he'd written a book. And thought, well, maybe this is something that I want to do. But tell us about your book, Michael.
My book is called The Girl with Strawberry Hair, and it tells a story of a black father and his son in the Old West as they find themselves in a new town trying to rebuild their lives after the mother passes. And it's really just about their adventures. And I wanted to tell a story that would be reminiscent of like a 50s TV show. Like when we had the Rifleman and Bonanza and the Big Valley and the Lone Ranger and Have Gun Will Travel. But back then, there were no black cowboys on any of these shows except for maybe a quick guest star. And we know so much more now historically than we did before. We know that there were black marshals like Bass Reeves out there. Yeah. We know that there were other outlaws, you know, Nat Love, Stagecoach Mary, and so many others that cut their path through the West. And so I wanted to see, like, if we had a TV show back in the 50s, what would that have looked like? Yeah. And that's what this story is.
That is a very exciting concept. And, you know, it's now that the history is being told in a more full way, in a more inclusive way, because it was always there, right? Right. So I applaud you for taking that on to tackle.
Yeah, and as a father myself, you know, I wanted to tell a story featuring a positive image of a black father and his raising his son by himself, and both of them are exceptionally good people. Yeah. And there is no gray area with them.
That's excellent.
And I think that's something we need in the community today.
Absolutely, absolutely. So Barbara, to kind of close us out, tell us a little bit about why the Irving Black Arts Council wanted to take on an event like this.
We always love to just showcase, first of all, local artists, and in this particular case, black artists, because we don't often have a place to be able to come together and do things like this, or a forum to do things like this. And so Irving Arts wanted to put that together, allow people to come and be able to tell their stories in their way. Yeah. And, you know, so that's the whole idea behind
that.
The
is
concept.
Great.
Yes, ma'am.
That's a great idea, and a great opportunity for people like Michael to be able to do that, and a great opportunity for people in the community to get to know local authors. So bravo, bravo, bravo. Yes. Don't miss the Irving Black Arts Council's Authors Cafe. It's going to be on June 3rd at 7:30 p.m. in Suite 200 at the Irving Arts Center. Get your tickets at 972-252-ARTS. Irving's most talented young visual artists showcased work from 4 years of intensive study in the Irving ISD Senior Portfolio show. The work is proof of their creativity and all they've learned in the Irving ISD art curriculum.
I'm at the Irving Arts Center for the Senior Art Show.
We're doing Senior Showcase, so we're showing off all the work we've done throughout our 4 years of high school.
My theme is actually revolving around a little teddy bear that I carry everywhere with me, and I also have pieces like clothing because I really like to work with fashion. I have a dress, I have my vase piece, I have some digital pieces, but I normally prefer working with oil pastels because to me they're the most lovely to work with.
My theme revolves around change, whether it's like changing yourself, how like the world influences you to change, or how you react to that feeling. In high school, everyone has insecurities. They want to change to be to fit the standard while in high school. So it's something that's really relatable to lots of people, especially for me too, personally.
The overall concept of this art is a painful love kind of story. One of my pieces shows a caged bird, for example. The girl does not want to leave the romance, but she's obviously outgrown it. There's another girl, she's bleeding, but the dress is supposed to be beautiful. I think it's really nice to be able to share this type of concept with others because I feel like this type of concept is really close to me. I enjoy the narrative of painful romance a lot.
All this took so long, and it's a lot of work that I put in throughout my high school career, and it's nice to have it on display for my friends to see, for my family to see, just to celebrate and to see all my friends have their art up to celebrate their accomplishments. It feels really great.
It honestly means the world to me because I've always wanted to show my art in other places other than my father and mother's fridge. It's very exciting to have it up here in display for all of my friends and for my family and to see.
What are the hottest things to do in Irving? Levi Gomez, our man about town, has some tips for summertime fun.
Hi everyone, Levi here. Charlie Puth is coming to Irving. He's an American singer and songwriter and was nominated for Song of the Year at the 58th Grammys. The show is May 24th, doors open at 6:30 p.m. at the Pavilion. Come enjoy a preview of Summer Fun Memorial Day weekend. Aquatic centers, spray parks, and Center Park Pool will be open. Check out the full list at cityofirving.org/parks. Jumpstart Stories and Art is back with Summer Splash. Kick off the summer fun with creative story time and take-home art projects. The event is for kids 2 and up. Check it out June 1st at 10 a.m. here at the Irving Arts Center. California-based reggae rock group Rebelution is having their Good Vibes Summer Tour here at the Pavilion. Check it out June 2nd, doors open at 4:30 p.m. The Irving Youth Theatre presents Aladdin Jr. based on the 1992 Academy Award-winning film Aladdin. The performance was adapted for young performers. Check it out June 8th and 9th here at the Dupree Theater at 7 p.m.
For more events about town, check out our local arts calendar at cityofirving.org/536. And that wraps up this edition of About Town. Thanks for joining us. Please be sure to tune in next time when we'll celebrate Irving's diversity at Fusion 2023. And we'll be there when horror fans descend on the Irving Convention Center for Texas Frightmare Weekend. As always, we'd love to hear your feedback. Tell us about events going on around the community, people we should profile, or stories you'd like to see on the show. You can email us at ICTN@cityofirving.org or connect with us on social media. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram. We'd love to hear from you. We'll leave you tonight with another look at Squeeze Box Bandits in performance at Music on Main. For About Town, I'm Cathy Whiteman. Have a great evening.
Well, I've been living check to check. It's plain to see my life's a wreck. Well, I've been drinking 2 weeks straight. I tried to stop, but I got the shakes. I ain't feeling no wrong. Just living my life like a country song about a man who had it made. But check to check, it slipped away. lots of feelings known. And I stumble in at the break of dawn, well, I ain't doing no wrong. Just living my life like a country song about a man who had it made. Check to check, it slipped away.